all my brothers of that particular faith, and peace and blessings to everybody else. Welcome to this edition of Facts Over Feelings. You are in tune to the most hated, most interrupted, most censored, but most truthful live stream on social media right now. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know right now. If you really want to know what's going on, this is where you want to be at least for the next 2 hours, so you ain't got to hear it from nobody but the horse's mouth right here. As the leader and founder of the NFAC, and as what somebody called today one of the brightest voices in this new movement, we just like to say that we are proud of ourselves, that no matter what they say against us, no matter how they try to slander us, no matter how afraid they might be of the NFAC, we represent a time that the people have had enough. It's not just the NFAC. There's people sitting out there right now that have had about enough of the. We just getting started. Facts over feelings tonight. We're going to deal with some things tonight. But before we do that, we're going to give praise to the Most High. We're going to stop what we doing, and we're going to lift up. We're going to lift them up. We're going to stop. We're going to stop walking around acting like we did all of this. We're going to stop acting like we got more done in 2 months than anybody else who's ever attempted to do stuff like this. Not because we special, but because it is time if you are reading the books. So tonight, speaking of the books, I want to open up with a topic that I know is near and dear to everybody's heart. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stop by the petty department for a minute. While I'm in the petty department, I just want to say now to all you people that ran out here and spread that lie about there being a shooting at our formation in Louisville, how do you feel now? Now that the truth has come out, you don't believe it when the black man told you, but when the white man said it, everybody's like, oh, it must be true. That right there shows that you still got chains attached to the plantation. We came to chop, 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 take them off. Listen to me next time. I keep telling y'all shit and y'all don't be listening. Y'all keep listening to these clowns around here. Y'all running around listening to everybody except the people that was there. And then when the truth come out, everybody's sitting there talking about, well, you know, I'm going on what I was told. Don't you know you got to do your research? Everybody wheels coming off now. Everybody backpack. I'm collecting apologies in alphabetical order right now. And you know they don't say nothing about nobody else, but as soon as the black folks, and I know people like, they go that race again. I'm not the one that made it racist. I'm looking at the unfair treatment that we're receiving when there are white militias out here and ain't nobody asking them all these damn questions. Ain't nobody trying to interview them. Ain't nobody trying to see who to drop some shit over there and shot nobody over there. It's only because it's brothers and sisters. And there's a perceived threat and it's growing. And now y'all tried this bullshit and it backfired. So NFAC, y'all should be proud of yourselves. See, they done took that off of you now. Okay? But we want y'all to also understand that I'm going to show you some things tonight. Because a lot of y'all, I'm just going to go into it. A lot of y'all think y'all got game. Yeah, you think you got game. You do. You think you running game. You think you running game hard. Matter of fact, some of y'all think y'all the masters of the game. Y'all think y'all invented the game. The game was handed down from generation to generation. That's what you believe. But what if I told you that a game had been ran on all of y'all? And I'm going to show you tonight. Okay, let me break it down like this. Y'all know it when you used to watch football before you found out that the NFL is just overglorified slavery. Before y'all found it out, remember whenever something would go wrong and they really couldn't figure it out, it looked like it might be one way or the other, they had the dude, and the dude would go in the booth and he put the little thing on and everybody be standing around until be waiting and shit because they don't know what he's going to do. You know, and the bruh be in there for a minute and everybody be out there speculating on what he going to do. Everybody act like they know what he going to do. They running charts and graphs and shit. They writing fake Bibles. They teaching you a perverted gospel. They doing anything except knowing that the dude is still in the booth. You don't know why he's in the booth. You can't see what's happening in the booth. But y'all running around being experts and whatnot. So when the man come out the booth, he has the power to change the game. So if somebody been in the booth and they come back and try to show you how to change the game, you don't sit there and fight with them and make a fool out of yourself. All you're doing is fulfilling prophecy. That's all you're doing. And you don't even see it. But that's okay because there's a spirit of karma floating around the world and apparently everything balances out. So congratulations to all of y'all who showed us your true colors by publishing and repeating that story that there was 3 people got shot. Let me tell y'all funny to me. Somebody even called me. It's funny. Called me. They called me on the phone to show you how people think. And they said, Jay, I heard you got shot and that you was in the ICU. If I was in the ICU, how am I answering the phone? When I'm superhuman, I just recovered from the ICU all of a sudden and now I'm answering the damn phone? No. Who told you that? You see, they want y'all to think that we're a threat because we are a threat to their order, to their way of life. Let me tell you something that a lot of people don't understand. Americans are divided by their views on race, not race itself. That's why you can have people that look just like me and you that'll sit there and say the most racist stuff out their mouth against their own people. And you be sitting there looking at them like, you really believe that? And you got melanin in you and you be all messed up because in your mind, you just can't understand how somebody who look like you doesn't share the same views on race that you do. So that's what we're fighting right now inside of the black community. We got 2 breeds of people mixed up together. They got different views on race. You know how many people have had a falling out with their family members because their family members they comfortable in their captivity or they mad right now. They don't left the living mind coming here to hear that shit because the truth hurts. It's true. We've been in bondage for 400 years. It's time to go. And you still sitting there, I don't want to go nowhere. I like it here. Then you keep your ass right there. But don't hate on the people that want to leave. Don't hate on the people that want to be free. Don't hate on the people who want to resist what's going on. Don't hate on them. Let them go. You don't hold on to nobody when they want to walk in their purpose. If their purpose is to go out and make a difference for their people and your purpose is to ride on the couch, then so be it. But don't stand in their way and don't hate on them. You never know who's born into your blood. You know, I told you a lot of these souls come back. I told you that ancestors come back. Y'all don't believe me. Every time you have deja vu, all that is a checkpoint that you made it this far last time. They didn't tell y'all that, did they? You're going to do this over and over again until you get it right. So when you go past one of them little checkpoints, you got been here before. You did. Then keep going because you haven't reached your ultimate test yet. This is a classroom, people, to develop your soul. You can't evolve to the next level till you pass this damn class. Now, one of the key things that we have to have in order for us to overcome these views that we have on race is we can forget about the concept of race. Just try it. It's almost impossible. It's been ingrained into your psyche, race. When the truth of the matter is, there is no race. There may be 2 different types of people, but they're not in a race. They're not competing. They invented race because it's a competition for your resources. And right now you're losing Africa. That's why we got to get together, Africa, and reclaim the continent, Africa, and push these people out, Africa, so that we can have all the resources to make everybody come to us that buy from us, Africa. We rich overnight, Africa, the United States of Africa. Scares a lot of people because they don't understand that the way we get there before we can get there as a people physically, we got to get there as a people mentally. It's like being in a relationship. And if you've been in a long-term relationship that didn't work out, you know exactly what I'm about to say is true. And if you haven't, you'll learn one day. But for those of us who've been around the block about 8-9 times, we know that you leave the relationship long before you physically leave the relationship. Can I talk to somebody? You know you've been done. It's been over. We don't even know why we just being sociable around here. You one step away from throwing some on them, they ready to shoot you. You know it should have been over, but you've been gone. You've been gone. As a people, we have to been gone before we physically can go. And that's what all these talks are about. Because if I can get it in your mind that you got to start to think of this place as someplace that it is time to go, then you can understand the process of how we go. See, you can't ask, where we going to go? How we going to get there? You ain't gave it no thought yet. It's not going to come to you already made. It's going to come to you when you put the energy in that creates it. And you've been given the fertile bed right now. All the soil you need is right here. You got everything you need. All you got to do is do it. And you ain't got to come out. I keep telling y'all, this ain't no Moses shit. We ain't talking about everybody out there with bags and shit on their back and people carrying people on sticks and that damn music playing. Oh, I don't know who came up with that. No, we're not talking like that. We're talking about a process. We're talking about it starts with an idea. And if we don't have friendship, let me tell you what that means. See, when people hear friendship, they think of somebody that they just know. That's not what the ancients called friendship. Friendship was something you had to achieve. It wasn't something, he's my friend. Really, prove it. How is he your friend? Yeah, I can go right here to chapter 45 in the Gold Bronze book. Somewhere around chapter 45, it says, the man without a friend should be avoided, for he is a man of iniquity. For every man should have one friend and no more that he can count on his fingers. Look what they just said. You got to have at least one friend. You ain't got no friends. See, that's some creepy shit right there. You be like, nah, I ain't got no friends. Y'all in the car together, driving somewhere, and this motherfucker said, tell me about your friends. I ain't got no friends. Well, why you ain't got no friends? I ain't never needed none. Nigga ain't never needed none. You can let me out right here. How are you going to know how to interact with another human being on a daily level if you don't have some friends? I don't mean people you're using. I don't mean people you're abusing. I don't mean people that you're choosing because they serve a certain purpose. I'm talking about somebody you have a bond with, somebody you can tell your dirty secrets to. They can tell you their dirty secrets. Y'all ain't got to speak for years. But when y'all see each other again, y'all jump right back in where y'all left off. Y'all know y'all got people like that. And I talk to y'all for a second. Are we facts over feelings tonight? We rolling. We talking about it. Most of y'all are divided by your views on race, not by race itself. You see, and I'm just going to spitball here for a second. A lot of y'all don't understand that those qualities that we look for, it says, he who is a good friend will never lack friends, but he who thinks he has many friends has none. Man, how deep is that right there? Look what they just said. Look what he just said. They're trying to show you this is all about the attitude that we have to adopt toward the people that's supposed to be our family members, supposed to be friends on the street, supposed to be somebody else's child, supposed to be a lady in distress. Let me tell you something. I was driving down the highway the other day, and I don't know where I was coming from, but I was on my pro-black shit. I was playing all my dead prayers. I had a car bumping. I'm riding down the highway all black and shit. And I saw this brother standing in the middle of the median, and he was the brother. He had no shirt on, had dreads, young-looking brother. And in my mind, I went, what the bro doing out here? Then I saw on the other side, there was a cop talking to him. So I'm like, okay. First, my mind was like, okay. But then something said, no, it's not okay. Don't leave that bro out there like that. So, we put on the superhero cape and got on at the next exit, turned around, came screaming back down, and drove my ass right back to where they was. That shit was funny as hell, y'all. When I pulled up on that cop, he didn't know what the fuck was going on. That dude was talking to him. He went, whoa, what's going on? And the dude didn't know me. So he didn't know what was going on either. So he's doing a great job of playing dumb. He was like, I don't know, nigga. You asking wrong, nigga. Go find out, nigga. Shit, you got a gun and shit. I'm staying right here. I ain't going nowhere. It was cool and shit. So the dude got out the car. But before he could get out the car, I was already out the car. And I was like, you all right, bro? And the cop was like, well, I'm like, I ain't asked you nothing. I'm talking to the brother. Bruh, you all right? My man was like, yo, man, my car broke down. He was just waiting for me, till the tow truck got here. Then I felt bad because I done scared the shit out the cop. So I turned back to the cop. And the cop is standing there. He shook because he wasn't expecting that level of resistance. Okay? So he's like, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the dude. And I'm sitting there like, I don't scare the shit out the cop. But the point was I had to stop and see if the bruh was all right. And he was all right. So I had to get in the car and drive off and go scare the shit out of the cop. But it's cool. One for the team. Turned my ass back around, came back up the street, blew the horn at him, and kept it moving. That's what I mean about if you see something, don't just blow it off because you don't know what a person going through. You don't know how that situation going to turn out. You're not being a bad guy because you want to turn around and make sure somebody's all right. And I don't mean what the cops tell you. What do they tell you? You never know. We got everything under control. But then the dude say, they've been beating my ass for about an hour out here. Now, I told y'all they ran game on you. Y'all ain't listen up, youngins. OGs, you know I'm about to break down the game, right? So, when are y'all gonna learn? No, really, when are y'all gonna learn? Because they run the same game on y'all time in and time again, and y'all fall for it every time. It's like the banana in the tailpipe trick. Y'all fall for it every time. All right, let me break it down for you because y'all did not miss the play. Here's how they played you. Follow the game. We sitting here talking about unify, right? We sitting here talking about getting together so that we can pool our resources, build our own communities, protect our children, protect our sisters, build solid family units, put some money back into our community, have our own businesses again, our own police force, our own education, our own medical, our own military, our own everything. We sitting here this is what we're talking about. This is the mode that we in right now, and everybody knows that's what we into right now.